Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Steve.
We're from Modwheel.
Yes, and today we're going to have a look at the Mystichord, which is our newest release. It's sort of loosely based on a vintage organ, and I know you go, not another vintage organ, but this is quite a special one. We feel. 5 drawbars, each containing a layer of sound, which in this instance is kind of odd, disparate sounds that work together, not like your traditional organ.
It does have these effects down here that you might find on an organ: a tremolo, vibrato, rotary, phaser, distortion, and a percussive start note. Also, the speed knob here will adjust the speed of the tremolo. It does the rotary speed.
Yeah, and the phaser.
And the phaser speed. Okay.
Just a word on the percussion. That is adds a percussive noise to the front of the note, the attack, and it is velocity sensitive, whereas the rest of the organ isn't.
Yeah. What's interesting, of course, Steve, is where those sounds came from.
Well, that is an interesting story. They came about as a result of some material that came into our hands, which was a load of tapes recorded by Dr. Milan Gerzig. He was involved in the field of Empyrean physics, whatever the fuck that is. But anyway, he was looking into it, and these were the byproduct of some of the experiments that he was doing.
He was listening, believing he was actually making a
connection with
the other side.
The other side. Most people thought it was all bullshit, and he kind of disappeared. He published, in scientific journals and stuff, and was kind of scoffed at the time, which is probably fair enough. But he did get some interesting things. We feel
it's a whole other story how this material fell into our hands. Suitcases, dark alleys,
forests,
banknotes,
rolled up.
Well, he never really saw the value of the sounds. His area was a whole other thing, so I don't feel too bad
breaking into the coffin. I know, it's quite a weird thing to be buried with, really, eh? But yeah,
well,
anyway.
It's his life's work.
I suppose so. But I'm glad someone did, because we ended up with it.
Let's hear. So 21 patches, Sector 15, basic patch. Just play us just what it would sound like if you loaded it.
Okay.
Steve, it's taken a long time in coming. Okay, so that's our basic patch when you load it. Now let's hear the individual sounds that make it up. Drawbar 2. Drawbar 3. You wonder what was going on when he recorded that one. So they're just interesting recordings that work together.
Yeah, so they played in various combinations.
Let's load Sector 15 basic patch again. Mm-hmm. And I think at this point we should go into the use of snapshots.
Okay, that's a good idea. So if you're not familiar with snapshots, you click on the camera icon on the top, in the middle.
Camera icon here of your Kontakt patch, and
that will show a menu of snapshots that we've created. And the snapshots are just snapshots of various states of the instrument.
Well, I think about it, to get back out of here so you can see what MIDI channel your Kontakt is assigned to,
press the
little eye there. Yep. So you can go between the snapshots and that one there.
Oh, the other thing is there's a the Modwheel controls the cutoff of a multi-filter, which is fun to play with. Okay.
Yes. It's cold. The Unknown Portal Orchestra. So as you can see, you can get all sorts, just using those materials, you can get all sorts of variations. And I think one of the main things we should have stated quite early on was don't ever click that button.
Oh, that should be the first thing we said.
Yeah. You'd think we would have actually deactivated that, but
I know people won't be able to help
don't
themselves.
click on there. So
one cool thing about the tremolo is the fact that the phase on all the sliders is offset from each other. So if you set the tremolo speed really low, it'll just slowly cycle through them. you get this really nice, long, evolving kind of thing happening. And then with the filter suite, it's dreamy goodness.
No end of fun.
No end of fun. It's actually, and they're really fun instruments to play with two people.
Yeah, they are. That's true. Okay, now let's go and show. There's some rhythmic. We're using a step modulator set on pitch. We've made some other fairly material.
Yeah. So.
Actually, it might be worth saying here, Steve, you could keep playing if you'd like, but the drawbars host, what's the term I'm after there?
All the controls are assigned MIDI channels, starting at MIDI CC41, and they so you can assign all the if you've got a keyboard that can do it.
Then you don't need to stand here with like I'm doing with the mouse sliding these around.
That's right. You can play it as a hardware.
But it is fun just doing it this way. So let's see it. So there's a whole bunch of, and they'll play. I quite like this bagpipe one actually. Let's hear the bagpipe. Right, so there. That is one patch that was a random patch, sector 15, out of the 21 patches that come with the Mystichord. And they all look like this, they all have the same layout. It's just a choice of sounds and what we've done to them. So I think at this point we'll stop raving quite so much. Probably won't be able to help ourselves. And we'll just whip through some stuff, eh?
Yep, okay.
Baba Vanga. I'm going to go through to the snapshots and have a look and see what we've got.
You can adjust the snapshots are just starting points. So if you have a mess around, let's try another one.
Right.
Okay, let's try this. This is one of the Xanadone ones.
Drawbar one.
Beautiful. Nice with the filter on it. Actually, this is a nice one to do the tremolo trick.
Dr. Gertzig would have had a good day on this day, I reckon.
I think so.
That's beautiful. Reminds me of a piano or something, just really usable in all sorts of situations, Steve. You know,
Exactly. It's like you wouldn't need another instrument. Actually.
Gertzig had been on the absinthe. When he came up with that one. Well, thanks for watching. That was the Mystichord. It's 21 patches of pure wonder, drawbars, layers of sounds, a whole bunch of manipulations you can do with that yourself, plus a whole bunch of snapshots to get you started. It's whiz-bang.
And for purchases and download and more information, visit www.modwheel.co.nz.
You can also find a bit more information about Dr. Milan.
You can, plus, of course, all our other wonderful libraries.
What?
I've just had a thought, quite a good thought.
Of what?
Actually changing the pitch mod on the drawbars so that actually they do different things. Because you don't actually want an octave all the time. Sometimes you want a really subtle kind of shift. And you could do that on different drawbars.
You could.
And so that just one you can move one drawbar against everything else if you want, you know.
We'll go and do that. So that'll do once you get this, that'll do. We'll have figured that out. But we'll carry on with this as we're going right now. We'll do that afterwards. That's another few days right there.
Well, if we let it, we don't have to go stupid on it. But you could.
We normally do.